What's going on, everybody? So this is going to be mostly for the replay. There's only been a few people jump on thus far. This is kind of an impromptu thing. I know I kind of scheduled it for 45 minutes prior to doing this. I was at the gym earlier, had the idea. So I haven't been live in over a week. Why not? Let's jump on. Let's have a chat. Next level, what's going on? Dunhill, Safe Nathan. Appreciate everybody jumping on. Good evening from the UK. How are you from the US? Just one of those things, just me and my subscribers. That's pretty much what it is. I just wanted to jump on and see if we could just have a random chat, talk about whatever, talk fragrances, and we'll see how long you guys want to go. We'll probably do somewhere around 45 minutes to an hour. I don't have any plans of anybody jumping on or anything. Like I said, it was just kind of impromptu. Just decided to jump on. Captain and Coke, what's going on, my man? Dave in the house. L. Jones, notification gang. That's what I'm talking about. YouTube's bad about that with the live streams. From what the feedback I've gotten, they're not really good about notifying those that have all notifications turned on when it comes to these live streams. I don't know if that's getting better as of right now, but that's the feedback I've gotten from a lot of people over the last handful or so of live streams. Like they'll miss it because they had no idea it was going on, even though they have notifications turned on. Let me catch up on some of these comments. Hold on for a sec. This light is in the damn way. So there we go. Now I can see the comments better. Hello, Ross. At least you didn't blow away from the wind. No shit. You must be out here because the wind is just unnecessary, aggressive and unnecessary for the last couple of days. And I mean, today is bad. I mean, real freaking bad. Like some of the worst non-tropical storm hurricane wind I've ever experienced. It's ridiculous. Interesting question. Have I tried d'Orange Vert Concentrate? I have not. I have not tried that one. I've heard good things about it. I haven't seen too much on it. There's so much out there to try. There's a bunch of new releases that I just haven't gotten my nose on yet. Tag him no. I have not tried that, Steve. Well, I sure appreciate that, Mark. Thank you, man. Brian, you dirty whore. I'm glad you could join us too. Got two of my favorite dirty whores in here, Dave and Brian. Let's see, Dave, Brian, if y'all got a little bit of time, y'all are more than welcome to jump on. Just let me know. I'll send you guys the link. How are you? No, I've never tried. I've heard of it. I know of it. I haven't put my nose on a lot of stuff from Armoff. The only Armoffs I even own are Très Nuit and Club de Nuit and Intense Man because they're the only two that ever really excited me in the first place. How are you? Let's see. Looking for something very close to Gucci Envy if there's anything. So I've never tried Gucci Envy. I know it's beloved and discontinued for quite some time. I've just never tried it personally. So I really can't weigh in on that one. I'm glad you enjoy these live streams. This is one of those deals where I really want to interact with you guys in the chat more. That's why I turned it on subscribers only. You know, I titled it for subscribers only. We'll keep that bullshit of those guys that just want to come in here to talk shit. That's not what this live stream's for. There's other live streams for that when I'll deal with trolls and all that nonsense. But this is for me and you guys that watch me on a regular basis and you know, enjoy the channel as a whole. Comments are piling on. I got to catch up. Melody of the Sun. I haven't looked at the notes. I did see a post from Mancera about it. I didn't read into the post. It came up on my IG recently. I haven't checked into it. I'm going to have to look into it and see. I still want to check out Aquawood. I haven't tried that one yet. Halloween Man versus Halloween Man X. So I haven't tried the original, but Halloween Man X is a pretty nice, sweet coffee fragrance. If you don't mind synthetic, it's solid. It performs really, really good too. I think Aqua de Joe Absolute is getting discontinued. If it's not already, I wouldn't be surprised because outside of me, I don't really know who likes it. You know, I love wearing it. Once it heats up enough around here, it'll jump back in the rotation. I'm a big fan of Aqua de Joe Absolute. I would not be surprised. I haven't heard anything, but I would not be surprised. No, I have not tried this one from Abercrombie & Fitch either. Andrew, nice of you to join us, my man. King Yeti in the house. Was the best fresh cheapie in your opinion? I still stick by First Instinct together, but honestly, I think at this point I would rather get Halloween Man Hero because it smells a little bit better quality. It's not as synthetic and it's a similar scent profile. Not exactly the same, but it's closer to Invictus Aqua than First Instinct together is. So believe it or not, I think that's the route I would go. Or you tried Rochas Loam? No. Every time I think to get it, because I know FragranceBuy.ca carries it, I'll go look and they're sold out. That's one I've been on and off trying to get my hands on for a little while now. Not like have to have it, don't stop till I get it kind of hunts, but when I think of it, I'll go look and I end up not seeing it. Hugo Extreme, Hugo Man, or Hugo Now for the spring and summer. Hugo Now would be better than Hugo Extreme, in my opinion. Hugo Extreme is very dense and green. It's good for spring, but as far as summer, Hugo Now is just a beautiful, minty, fresh aquatic, very watery, light blue type of stuff. That's a solid fragrance. That's another one that's going to jump into the rotation once it heats up. Heading out the door shortly, so no Brian. Brian will not be jumping on. Let's see. Good evening from Lakeland, Florida. Kevin, I appreciate you joining us. Thank you, man. Macy's has code Absolute for half price. Is it worth buying? If you like vanilla, yes. Just know that it is a vanilla and tonka bean bomb. It's a very sweet fragrance. Not super powdery, but it is a little powdery from the tonka bean. But it, like I said, vanilla tonka bean combo, and it's very potent. That's distinctively what you're going to smell. Hey, yo. That's what I'm talking. Hey, yo. What's up, people? Page of Styles in the house. What's going on, man? Hell, be back after work. Well, I guess we'll see, because I'm probably not going to do more than an hour. All depends on how it goes. We're only 7 minutes in, but I appreciate you popping in nonetheless, Paige. I hope you're able to make it back. Thanks, Ross. Any thoughts on Couté from Uniqueys? No, I've only tried, I can't even remember the name of it from the brand. It eludes me. I can't think of it, but it's not that one. That's not the one I've tried. I haven't discovered much from that house. I appreciate that, Al. Thank you, man. Adrian Alonso, what's going on? Kalan and Awajan. So Kalan, I love. I very distinctively love that one. It is one of those deals where it's very polarizing. Some people can't stand it and don't understand how people that like it like it. It's one of those fragrances where the people that don't like it, they don't get it. Like, how could you like this? It's something about it. Some people call it a spicier BR540 because there's a slight similarity to BR540, but I don't find it to be too much. There's a lot of blood orange, a lot of warm spice, and it's got like this red rubbery type of smell to it, like a red rubber ball. If you've ever smelled that type of rubber, it's weird, it's strange, but it's super enjoyable and potent for me. I love it. I tried it before I bought a bottle. I had a carded sample, and I had to have a bottle after the first time I sprayed it on my skin. I absolutely love it. Awajan, it's sweet, it's enjoyable, it's a little dark, it's got some dark nuances to it, but it never blew me away to the point to where I deem it any better than some of the other sweet fragrances that I have. So I've never gotten my hands on a full bottle, because honestly, I'd rather wear Carlisle, because that's still has a similar sweetness, but it's a little bit more subdued, I guess you could say, as far as the sweetness. It's not as bad. Page of Styles, y'all get the likes up on this stream. That's what I'm talking about. Crank them up. It's only at 63 watching and only 27 likes. I agree. Come on now. What would you say is the most influential fragrance in the last 30 years? Acqua di Gio, Bleu de Chanel. Damn. So it's probably got to be Acqua di Gio. If you were to say in the last 20 years, I would have said Bleu de Chanel. In the last 30 years, it's going to be Acqua di Gio, because that's still most guys' signature scent. The average guy wears Acqua di Gio. That's just what it is. It's spawned an entire generation of lighter, fresh, mass-appealing fragrances because it's such a hit. Still such a hit. I still haven't tried Missoni Wave yet. My main man, Dan, is in the house. I've tried Percival the other day again and realized what it reminded me of. It gets compared to Fierce. It's not Fierce. I agree. It's closer to Platinum Egoist to you. That's the first time I've heard somebody compare that to Percival. I could see where you're coming from, because it does have a pretty nice herbal feel without being too much greenery. I think that's kind of understated about Percival, and it might be the way it's coming off of your skin, but I can't knock that comparison. While I wouldn't sit there and call it one-to-one, I do agree that it's not as similar to Fierce as people claim it to be. You can definitely get a similarity, but it's not something where I would say, oh, this is the niche version of Fierce, like a lot of people have said over the years. I think there's so much more going on for it than what Fierce has to offer. So glad you could join us too, Dan. Glad to see you in here, my man. The Hat King, what's up, buddy? Marshall's has Nautica Voyage on sale for $14. Bought 3 boxes. Never have too much of that. Yeah, hey, if you love it that much, why the hell not? Paco Rabanne 1 million elixir review yet. So I don't have any intentions on buying it. So possibly never. I don't know. I'm not going to say never, but it doesn't interest me to the point of wanting to get it. So you may never. If I get a sample of it, I maybe could do, spend a little bit of time with it and do a review and see if it's full bottle worthy. But it's not one of those fragrances that has my intrigue to where it's like, oh, got to get that. So that's where I stand with 1 Million Elixir currently. Salute from Puerto Rico. Oud Touch from Frank Olivier. I do need to get that this year. I did say I was going to get it at some point. Quick update. I did go after the Instagram votes of Hawas being one of the best smelling cheap fragrances of all time. I did pull the trigger the morning the video went live and bought a bottle of Hawas for 41 bucks on Amazon. Supposed to get here this weekend. I will do a first impressions video on it because I've never smelled Hawas. So it's been blasphemy from what I've been told that how could you like Invictus and Invictus Aqua this much and not have Hawas? I've heard that from a ton of people. And it's fair. It's all fair. I totally get it. Anything close to Mercedes-Benz cologne. So that would be Dior Homme cologne is a higher quality version because Mercedes-Benz cologne smells like Dior Homme cologne. You pretty much got to look at anything that's related to Dior Homme cologne is going to smell like Mercedes-Benz cologne in some way. Jimmy Choo Man Ice, stuff like that. Jean-Paul Gaultier, Le Male Eau de Toilette, but I haven't tried Ultra Male. Have you ever smelled it? What do you think about it? I actually have a full review on Ultra Male from at least a few months ago. It might be several months ago. I don't know. I put out so much content. I forget the timelines on certain fragrances. Please check out that video if you're curious on my full thoughts, the kind of performance I get, and so on. I really dive in depth on there. So just type in TLTG Ultra Male in the search bar. It should come up right away. Thank you for leasing YEDT huge discount. Yeah, man. Look, it was popping up in my Facebook group. People, I had saw like 2 or 3 posts about it, and I was like, shit, I need to run the Sephora because I know I'm going to continue to put a pretty heavy dent this summer in it because I love that fragrance. And 39 bucks before tax for 100 ml, that's more than worth it. I mean, that's a steal at that price point to me. Some people think it's too synthetic, and yeah, it's very synthetic. Don't get me wrong, but damn it, does it smell good? That is a great smelling fragrance. Currently have 87 people watching. I greatly appreciate all of you. 89 people watching. 42 likes. Come on, guys. Let's go ahead and hit those thumbs up if you like in the conversation because this live stream is just me talking to you guys. That's pretty much all it is. I invited 2 people on. They are not able to come on, so you're stuck with me, Hi from Denmark. I was able to buy one before it sold out. Yeah, my buddy Terrace went and bought 2 bottles, and the 60 mLs were $32. When I went to Sephora, they don't have them on the shelves anymore, the sealed bottles. They have them down in a locked cabinet. So I asked the lady that walked up to me if she had any. She said, I don't know. I think they might be sold out. Let me check. So she's literally sliding YEDP, and she grabs it and turns. I'm looking at it the whole time. Says Y Eau de Toilette. Stands it up, slides it, still has her hand on it. She's like, no, I don't think we have it. I said, yeah, your hand's on it. She's like, no, that's all EDPs. I said, lift it and read the box, please. She lifted it. Eau de Toilette. Oh, I'm sorry. Here you go. So it was one of those deals where if you're not paying attention, if I'd have been just taking her word for it and not watching what she was grabbing, I'd have missed out on a bottle for $39. So always be mindful and analyze every situation. Mark, appreciate you joining us from Denmark. TF Patriot. This is one of the guys I was talking about that seems to never get the notifications. I'm glad you got the notification this time. He's one of the guys that usually messages me after. It says, damn it, I missed the live stream. I didn't get notified. So glad you're able to join us this time, my man. PhD TV. What are a handful of EDT fragrances you'd love to see EDP or parfum versions of? Voyage Parfum. Yeah, that's bold right there. That would be great, but I don't think a company like Nautica would ever do it. I don't think they would ever do it. What would be a great parfum? Prada L'Homme Parfum. Wow, we need to try to make that happen. Let's sign some kind of petition. That would be incredible. A parfum version of Invictus would be, I would be up for that. I don't know how many others would be as far as designers now. A Dolce & Gabbana light blue parfum, like some of these fresher fragrances that could benefit from, that have such a likable scent profile, but could really benefit from the depth of a pure parfum oil concentration, like 25% or better. Something like that would be incredible without changing the profile too much, because that's one thing they tend to do a lot. They change the scent profile a lot when they increase the concentrations I've noticed over the years. Um, that's the ones that come to mind. Versace Man Eau Fresh Parfum, Spice Bomb Parfum, stuff like that. Some of the greatest, most easy to like scent profiles, just make a parfum version. And I would love to see people get on the parfum train, because they went on the EDP train in like 2019, 2020, 2021. A lot of the leading designer brands. And I'd love to see them get on the parfum train. That would be great. Awesome. Awesome question. 8 more minutes till my shift is over. Well, it seems like we didn't lose you, so it's all good in the hood. Let's see. Rocking Cool Water Intense. So I still want to come across Cool Water Parfum. It doesn't show up that often online. On eBay, I feel like it's way too expensive, because you can find them for 20 bucks in the rack stores. People have been finding them, and I want to find it in the rack stores. I want to pay 20 bucks for Cool Water Parfum. I don't want to pay 45, 50, 60 bucks like people are reselling them for, because I know what it is. They're finding it at Marshall's and they're reselling it on eBay for double to triple what they paid for it. That's what the resale market is on all things. And I refuse to do that on a fragrance that I know, if I'm patient, I will find for $20 at Marshall's. So I'm eager. King of the ball cap. I don't know if I would say all that. I mean, I'm heavy into hats. Don't get me wrong, but there's hat influencers. There's a strong hat community, kind of like we have our fragrance community. Granted, that's even more niche than we are, but they're rapidly growing just like we are. I'm kind of involved in it, not as heavily as I am in the fragrance community, but there's people that, like, some people buy every release from, all these different design houses and everything. There's people that buy every single release for their team from all these custom spots and all, and they're paying 60 bucks a hat. And I don't go that hardcore with it. Sometimes the hat's got to be super dope. Best cheap fougere. Authenticity Perfumes Barbershop's pretty damn good. It's more barbershop than straight up aromatic fougere, though. Man, it's hard to go against something like a Quorum, because that's got a lot more herbal spice going for it. That's a really good one. Still has a barbershop feel, but that's more of a fougere than a barbershop aromatic. Some other really good ones I can't really see right now off the top of my head. That's probably the route I would go, though. Just received Zaharoff Signature Rosé, and it's flawless. Thanks for the recommendation. That stuff's amazing. Let your wife or your girl or whatever your situation, your girlfriend, your wife, let her try it. Smell it on her. The downside is she's probably going to love it and want to steal your sample, but that's one of those deals, like in the video I dropped today about women's perfumes. It was half from my recommendation and half from the Instagram poll. And I'm telling you, Signature Rosé, as great as it smells on us, it smells even better on my wife. Let your girl try it. I'm telling you. Drip Boss Ross. That's what I'm talking about. 99 people. I appreciate all of you for jumping in. That's quite the audience currently. So let's see. I'm trying to catch up. I'm getting behind. Anything similar to Carlisle? So supposedly people claim it's similar to red tobacco. I find that's not as strong of a similarity. That's got a lot of apple and resins going for it, and like a light sweetness, whereas red tobacco's got pungent booziness, oud, like a heavy incense. I don't think they're that similar, honestly. But it is a little bit more affordable and a little bit stronger to get Mancera red tobacco, honestly. Outside of straight up clones, I don't know exactly what would be good to recommend as far as Carlisle, but honestly, I would say save up and get Carlisle. Some fragrances are worth saving up for, and that's definitely one of them. Just bought Greenlee, arriving tomorrow. I hope you like it. It's mass appealing like a designer fragrance. Super easy to wear, goes with everything, performs really well. That is a great fragrance. People that are more into the higher quality luxury fragrances kind of knock stuff like Greenlee and Percival for being more synthetic, and they're not niche. They're designer. They just smell good. They perform really well. They do smell a little higher quality than most designers. And that's the thing. As long as you enjoy it and it checks the boxes for you, who cares what niche snobs think? As long as you like it, you like it. That's all that matters. Good substitute for Spice Bomb and Men in Black that doesn't suck in performance. Spice Bomb sucks in performance for you? Like, please rebuttal, because Spice Bomb performs really well for me. Not a crazy beast, but it's very loud in the first 2 hours, and I get like 8 hours out of it. And I don't have some 2012 bottle or anything. My bottle's like 2018, so it's not that old, but it's not that new either. Men in Black, yeah, that doesn't perform that great. That's like a 6-7 hour fragrance for me. But you complaining about it, when you say suck in performance, that could mean 2 hours, or you could be one of the people that thinks 8 hours is sucks in performance. So I need you to elaborate a little bit further on exactly what you mean, so I could really try to offer as best of advice as I can. But Initio side effect would be like a boozier take that does perform really well. It's a boozier take on a spicy scent DNA, kind of similar to those. But that's the thing. If you want something that smells like Spice Bomb that's going to be better performing than Spice Bomb, you're going to need to go the niche route. City Rhythm. Niles, what's going on, my man? Let's see. Oh, geez. I just saw that I'm way behind. Damn. Because I didn't miss Niles' super chat. I appreciate that, Niles. I just saw it. Guys, I hate to skip some of these, but I need to catch up a little bit more. I'm pretty damn far behind. This is a good and bad thing for me, trying to get caught up on these comments, because I want to answer as many as I can. Guess Los Angeles last night. Yeah, Guess Los Angeles, underrated. 1981 Los Angeles is underrated. Honestly, it makes buying Eros kind of difficult because it's really good. It's a little bit warmer. It's more evening appropriate, and it's so cheap. Now, granted, it's not a super beast like Aero CDP, but I mean, if you look at it price per ml with the scent and the decent performance it gives, it's pretty hard to beat. Okay. Glad I'm able to catch your live chat. I'm glad you're able to catch it too. On the fence about getting Givenchy Parfum Reserve Privé. Already have Dior Homme Intense and Parfum. So I haven't tried it yet. So I honestly don't know how similar it would be to either one of them. Givenchy Gentleman EDP is kind of like a creamier take on Dior Homme Intense. So I would assume Reserve Privé walks a similar path. I know it has iris, and I believe it's got a little bit of booziness. I don't remember the note breakdown distinctively. I haven't tried it yet. I haven't been watching anybody talk about it because I don't want to know, because I know I'm going to get it at some point, and I don't want to be influenced and have biased opinions floating around in my head. So I go into smelling it for the first time with this stuff floating around in my mind. So that's why I literally, when I tell you guys, I try to stay as blind as possible when I'm interested in stuff. I really do. So I can't weigh in on that yet, unfortunately. My apologies. Wax Doors is challenging right now. Yeah, it's not like it used to be. You can still find good stuff. It's just harder these days. Going to get this new year. Go ahead and reference the live stream I did about fragrances I plan on getting this year. I literally broke down a list because I'm very behind on these comments, and I don't want to get behind another 50 comments on top of that if I was to sit here and break all this down. So let me scroll ahead. Dan Malik, I appreciate the super chat, Dan. Wyla Parfum, $84 for 2 ounces. That's probably the best price I've heard of for a 2 ounce. I did try it at Sephora towards the end of last year, and I do like it. It's a much more richer take, like you would expect from a parfum. The orange, there's like an orangey smell that stands out in the top. It probably, if I had to sit here and go out on a limb, it's probably the best smelling version. I'm not sure if it performs better than the EDP. I don't remember. I just had that one spray on my hand that one time. But I mean, honestly, I think that's a great price for it. I haven't seen it anywhere for that price, let alone cheaper than that price. So honestly, if it interests you, and 2 ounces is a lot more fragrance, especially when you have the kind of collections we have. I mean, when you get above 50 bottles, 2 ounces are going to go a long way. So Dan, I say pull the trigger. That's my vote. You think about Tom Ford stuff, bitter peach, lost cherry, tobacco vanille. I've never really been a fan of tobacco vanille. I like the scent profile, but there's so much that smells like it. Lost cherry, I do enjoy. I do find it's a little too feminine for my taste, and I was not a fan of bitter peach. I have tried all of them. A question just coming to say hello, greetings from Belgium. Well, I appreciate that. Nick, thank you very much, man. Do you know anything similar to Carlisle you would recommend? Outside of just looking at a straight up clone house, no. just looking at one of these smaller clone houses. But again, the same advice for when I answered this for you a few minutes ago would be, I would recommend saving up and getting a bottle of Carlisle personally. That's one of those fragrances that is worth saving up for. Haven't tried either, so I can't weigh in. See, here's a recommendation for you on Carlisle. Thank you, Eddie. I appreciate that. Cheap Speed Media, you have any thought on Frank Olivier fragrances? No, I haven't tried any. I do plan on getting Oud Touch this year, though, because I've heard that's the one I need to start with. Aramis Tobacco Reserve. Now we're talking. That's a damn good, nice little gem that got discontinued. Almost 100 plus on live. I didn't even look. Oh, 109. Oh, appreciate you pointing that out, Kyle, because I'm trying to get caught up as best I can on these. Let's see. Versace Pour Homme Parfum. Yeah, that would be a good one. That's what I'm saying. Think of any of your favorite scent profiles that they haven't put in a parfum out yet, and it probably would be great. Eventually, you would think with the way they flanker something new at least once a year in these lines, you would think they would start doing stuff like that at some point. Yeah, I talked about red tobacco a minute ago, actually. I don't find they're that similar because that's much more pungent, smoky, oud, rum, whereas Carlisle is more smooth, fruity, sweet, There's a little bit of similarity, but in my opinion, not the way some people describe the similarity, but that is an option, and it is more affordable than Carlisle, and it's super powerful. Marcus Williams leaving the Saints to go to the Ravens. So, I mean, it is what it is. It hurts. It definitely hurts a little bit. We lost Teron Armstead to the Dolphins too. That one hurt more than Marcus Williams is going to hurt. But we did improve. We brought May in as a safety. So we did re-sign Jameis Winston. While not the ideal situation, it's the best option available for us. He knows the offense. He does give us he is our best chance to win right now. So it is what it is. And as long as Michael Thomas comes back healthy and is devoted to the team, he had his beef with Sean Payton. Sean Payton's gone. So I guess we'll see. Dylan Blue, I think they should skip EDP if they were to do it and go straight to Parfum. That would be another one that would be a good Parfum, honestly. There you go. Glad it could help you out, Mac. Jazz Club. I thought Jazz Club wasn't the Eau de Parfum. I could be wrong. I thought Jazz Club was. Oolong Cha just arrived. Right? Isn't it good? I mean, bright, fresh, and it's invigorating. And then as it settles, it's calming because of the tea note that's in there. It kind of takes you on a ride, really and truly. It does change quite a bit. It's super bright and uplifting. And then it's more herbal and toned back and a laid back, relaxing type of aura. And then there's a subtle wood nuance in the background. It doesn't become too woody of a fragrance. That's a damn good one. Hope you enjoy it, man. Picked up Cool Water at Marshall's. Love Cool Water Intense Super Beast. Yeah, it's crazy powerful. Let's see. All right, I gotta get caught up here. Oh no, there's Niles Super Chat. I didn't get to it. I was that far behind. Jesus Christ. Thank you, Niles. I appreciate you, man. Oh, Jesus. So I believe I only got the notification because I was already on YouTube. Not sure, but I get a notification every time you post a video. So I don't think it's my settings. No, it's not. It's not your settings. It's YouTube. It's definitely YouTube. All right, let me scroll down because I'm way behind. Wow, I'm super behind. Sorry, I got to skip a lot of these guys, but I have to catch up. Yeah, there you go. That's as close as it's going to get. My pleasure, brother. I appreciete you, Niles. Thoughts on YSL Parfum? Yeah, sorry it took me so long to answer it, Dan, but I answered it. I was that far behind. And look, I skipped a ton of comments to get to here. So my apologies, guys. I want to get as close to caught up as I can because the comments keep coming. Keep them coming. I appreciate it, guys. I apologize if I don't get to your comment. Hopefully I will see it and we can converse about it, What you got, Dave? Morning Chest is closer to Cedrat Boisé. I haven't tried it. I heard it's an Aventus type of scent profile. Also, in my opinion, if you have Cedrat Boisé, Morning Chest would be a redundant purchase. There you go. So there's some Cedrat Boisé Morning Chest conversation that I had missed. Apparently Carlisle is great. I agree. It's one that's worth saving for. It's better to get that than to get any clone of it. Honestly, I think it's worth it. Bleu de Chanel Elixir. My man, I'm with you. I'm still waiting on that. I'm going to buy that in a heartbeat. I'm going to buy that possibly on release date. because I love Bleu de Chanel Parfum. That's one of my favorites. And I'm willing to bet this will be great. They have to do it, right? Dior did it. Of course, they got to do it. That's direct competition, Dior and Chanel. I'm sure it's got to be in the works. I'm sure. Tommy Parfum, as much as I'd love to see that, I doubt we'll ever see that. That would be great, though. That would be great. Star Walker Extreme. Anybody tried it yet? It's okay. It doesn't blow me away. I do like the scent profile of the original Star Walker more. It's much more bright and fresh, obviously. This is more dense, sweet. It's got a little bit of tonka bean going. It's got more character, and it does perform a little bit better, but it kind of smells run-of-the-mill at the same time. It's good. It's just not great. How many meals do you eat per day while training? So the last month, I stopped eating 1,800 calories a day, and I've been eating closer to like 3,000 a day. I was going in a surplus for a little while. And I put on, and I know some of it's water, but I put back on like 5 pounds in the last like 5 or 6 weeks, I would say I've been eating like this. So as of Sunday, I went back to 1,800 calories, and I've upped my cardio again. Like today, I just did strictly cardio. I did 15 minutes on the stair climber, and then I did 50 minutes on the treadmill, and sat in the sauna for 20 minutes after. This was strictly cardio today. Tomorrow is going to be strictly plyometrics. I'm going to do some calves, and depending on how my shoulder's feeling, because I got a little bit of a tweak in my rotator cuff, old injury that comes back from time to time when I overdo it with my shoulder. Might do some deadlifts, but I'm definitely going to do plyometrics, box jump, stuff like that, and a bunch more cardio. I'm going to do some core. So it's not so much about multiple meals. I do eat every 2 to 3 hours technically without even thinking about it. When my body tells me I'm hungry, I eat. And it's one of those things where I get in anywhere from 4 to 5 meals a day, counting a post-workout, a couple scoops of protein. So, because I go to the gym fasted, just pre-workout coursing through my veins, and with some creatine in it. And then post-workout, a couple scoops of whey, scoop of collagen peptides. And that's not just for women, guys. It's good for your joints, good for your skin. It's good for everything. Everybody should take collagen. So 4 to 5 meals. It all depends. The thing that hurts me that is going to be hard to cut back now is the snacking. I do have a sweet tooth, and it's usually late night, which is the worst time for the snacking. So I did put on a little bit more size. I've been strong as shit the last couple of weeks because I've been eating in a surplus. But now it's about to be soreness and pain on a regular basis because I'm about to be deprived and in a deficit, because maintenance calories for me are a little over 2,300 calories a day, and doing 1,800 a day plus the heavy exercise and increased output, energy output, really puts me in a harder state to recover. So everything hurts all the time, but it's the best way for me to lose weight with my body, the way it works for me anyways. But thank you for asking. I know that was a lot of information. When was last something? 3 sprays on my hand. I can't smell anything after that. I think it's so watered down. It's ridiculous. Damn. I'm sorry to hear that, man, because it performs great for me. It performs great for me. How new is the bottle that you sprayed recently? Because for me, like I said, it's like 2018-ish is my bottle. It's a tester. It came in a white tester box. Like, this was before I even really started keeping the boxes, for the most part. That's why it's a loose bottle. Also purchased the new Xerjoff P33. How about Parfums de Marley Layton? I love Layton. There's no secret there. I've featured it many, many times. I have several great clones of Layton, and I just reach for Layton. I mean, there's a lot of great clones of it, but this is another one that, to me, it's better to have the real deal for the richness of it and the quality of the oils. But there's a lot of clones that do get really freaking close. Royal Equestrian from Alexandria is really good. Strike Gold Shaves version, Uncle Jumbo, is really good. And there's some others that are pretty good, but that's my 2 personal favorites. But I hardly ever touch them. I'll smell them out the cap, but when I want to wear Layton, I just grab Layton. I have not tried Soul Cafe. I've been told I need a bottle by several people, that it's something they think I would really enjoy. Jazz Club and the One Intense live in the same family. I would say they do live in the same family, not the same scent profile. I could agree with that, because it's more about cardamom and leather with the One Intense. But I could see how they do the same job, though. I do. And honestly, I think Jazz Club's the better fragrance. one of your top fives. Scent of the day. So this is a good one. I don't know why we didn't start off this way. We just ended up hitting the ground running. Please put your scent of the day down in the comments. I'm curious. I went with YSL L'Homme Ultime. So super crazy windy outside and it's cold, but I'm done going outside for the day. So I wanted to enjoy something that's kind of springtime, warm, cooler summer weather type of appropriate, because I knew I was going to sit at the desk, and something that's got enough power off of my skin to where, like right now, I smell it coming off of my skin. I got a couple sprays on my bare chest, 3 around the neck. It's enough to where I can enjoy it, but it's not too much or too weak. I kind of strategized it because of this live stream. Something that's just really enjoyable for me to smell, ginger rose kind of thing. And yeah, that's what I'm rocking today. Let me know what you guys are wearing. Scroll down, Dana Malik, my main man, Dan. Let's see. You may get lucky. A lot of people, because it got advertised on their website and it sold out on the website. So people know it's not just us in the community that found out about it. There's people that found out, hey, this popular YSL men's fragrance is clearanced out. So check the Sephora's near you. If you have 2 or 3 near you, go to all 3 of them. You may get lucky. People are still getting lucky. In the last couple of days, I get tagged in the posts because I made the shorts video. So people that watch me or found out because of me, they're letting me know, hey, I got lucky. So by all means, tag me on IG or Facebook or something if you happen to get it. But go check. You won't know unless you go check. Consider doing a celebrity franchise fragrance haul. An example, Antonio Banderas and 007 frag types. I'd be open to it. Not too many. There's a couple Antonio Banderas fragrances that I'd be open to getting, but there's not too much that excites me as far as celebrity fragrances. Probably Antonio Banderas would be the best bet, because there's so many versions of Blue Seduction. There's a ton of flankers for that. That alone, getting like 5 different Blue Seduction flankers would probably be a solid video. I mean, you're killing it with the good questions. You're killing it with these good questions today, man. All right. 279 Canadian. Appreciate your reviews, bro. Cheers from Toronto. RS, I appreciate that, my man. Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate the super chat. Waiting on Francis Kirkjohn's first fragrance with Dior. I think the world is waiting for that. I can't wait to see what he's going to do. I mean, he's done stuff with him in the past. Let's see. I got to scroll ahead again, guys. I keep getting behind. Start Mayo Clinic's pain rehab program this Friday. Basically, pain boot camp to deal with my back issues. Well, that's the thing. I have lingering low back pain, and it's one of those things to when I started doing more lower back focused movements, even just body weight movements to really strengthen that side of your core. You'll be surprised at how much of the pain will be alleviated. Soreness is not going to be the same type of pain. You're going to get some soreness from working these ancillary muscles and stuff like that, doing these body weight movements. But the more you do, the better your back will feel. Because at the end of the day, if you're not one that does a lot of things to work your core, you're going to, as we age, the wear and tear that goes on the spine and stuff like that is going to take its toll. If you don't have a strong supportive structure, your discs will slouch into one another if they don't have a strong support system kind of holding everything in place. So that's one way to look at it. So it's going to be rough when you first start, but a couple weeks in, you're going to be really glad you did it. So proud of you. Happy for you, Andrew. Halloween Man Hero to Invictus Aqua. I would say it's like 80%, 85%. It's lavender versus violet is the main difference. I've spoken on this before. It's got some soapy lavender, whereas Invictus Aqua does not. It's got this powdery floral violet. That's the difference. Aside from that, the grapefruit, citrus, marine, aquatic feel, driftwood kind of feel for the woods, like an aquatic wood. They have all of that in common together. And it's not necessarily driftwood that's in there, but it's kind of a driftwood kind of feel. Driftwood's that kind of like that floating log that you see out in the water. It's that waterlogged type of smell. Very marine and aquatic. And like I said, has that bright grapefruit type of citrus. That's got a little bit of tartness to it without being astringent. So, but they're very, very similar. They perform about the same. And it's easier to find for around $40 versus getting Invictus Aqua. personal preference. 136 people watching. I appreciate all of you. Thank you very, very much. 80 likes. Let's get those likes. Let's crack the likes over 100. Why the hell not? So let's see. Let me scroll down a little bit more. Bought some Cremo soaps from TJ Maxx. I like them. Thinking about grabbing a cologne because of your review. Spice and Black Vanilla. Best from the house. Blue Cedar and Cypress is really good, especially if you get the shampoo, not the shampoo, the shower gel and like the exfoliating body bar. It's kind of a layering combo. You shower with that, and then you spray the fragrance when you get out the shower. It's actually quite nice, quite a lovely thing. Masculine but fresh. You know, that's one of my favorite things is because I always have a bottle of Blue Cedar and Cypress shower gel, and I haven't had the exfoliating body bar in a while, but I always have the shower gel. Some good stuff. Fragrance and Gym Talk. This was meant for me. Glad you're enjoying it. Twitch 422. Jonathan, is that you? Is that one of your new profiles? You got so many. That could be you. Jins, just picked up a sample of Cedrat Boisé. I know it's hyped and a little basic, but very impressed with the scent and its performance. I don't think it's that basic. I mean, is it complex and crazy niche? Like only those that like artistic fragrances are going to enjoy? No, of course. It's nothing along those lines. But that people that knock it, hey, look, I get it. Not everybody likes everything, but it's pretty hard to knock that fragrance, I think personally, because it's so good for everything. Performance isn't mind-blowing, but it's above average. It's a very good performer for me, and it's works for everything. Every season, every attire, every situation. It's great on a date. It's great for everything. It's one of, in my opinion, one of the best fragrances ever made. Of course, I like the more mass appealing, easy wear stuff. That falls into that. But I mean, I'm with you. That is a great, great fragrance. What unisex cologne is your favorite? Oh, man. I got a lot that are unisex that I enjoy. I would consider Montal Honey Oud and Mancera Instant Crush very unisex. And those would be two that would be up there big time. Instant Crush is a more floral version, technically, of Baccarat Rouge 540. It's much more floral, heavier on the jasmine and amberwood. And Honey Oud is a delectable oud. It's kind of a gourmand oud that doesn't smell too masculine, even though it's got some amber and some spices and oud and stuff like that. But it's got enough honey and vanilla sweetness going on that it really smells like something ladies would really enjoy. So I would probably have to go with those two, honestly, instead of just one. Got into clones into last year. Your videos got me into fragrances. Thanks for doing this. I'm copying whatever you say is fire. So take my advice with a grain of salt, like I always tell everybody. This is all my opinions, even if it's something that really excites me. And you know, you guys that watch me regularly, you know how I am. If it really excites me, you're gonna see it. Just because it makes me feel that way, it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to make you feel that way. I'll always advise you guys to sample if you can first. I try to blind buy so you guys don't have to. That's kind of my motto. And I don't always blind buy first, but it is majority of the time I'll roll the dice. But hey, I appreciate the support. I'm glad you trust my opinion. I'll try my best not to steer you wrong, Reggie. Bonjour. Perfect Carlisle clone for $50. There you go. John giving a good one. Steven, what's going on, man? All is well, my man. I appreciate you jumping in. Come and check us out. Leighton Zerzoff. Light Blue O Intense. That's a great one. Really is. Can you recommend mind-blowing everyday fragrance for men? So mind-blowing and everyday fragrance, I don't know if I would put those two together. Because something that I would think is perfect for everyday wear isn't necessarily going to be mind-blowing. Because mind-blowing, I would think, is more on the artistic side, that it's just like, wow, I can't believe this is a thing, you know? So that's kind of a challenging question that's really two questions in one, in my view. Mind-blowing everyday fragrance. You want to blow people's mind and they can't believe you're wearing this every day, but it's still a really good fragrance? I would say, damn, that's tough. Really good every day. Shit, go with Cedrat Boisé, like we were just talking about. I mean, it's just that good, in my opinion. Like, I really can't think of going with anything other than that right now, especially after just having a topic of it. It's just so damn good. Galan L'Homme Ideal Extreme Scent of the Day. That's the only one I don't have. I've smelled it once on paper with Justin, but I don't have it. It's cool here, man. Sarah Black Gold. Starry Nights. I have been having Starry Nights sitting on that rotation table for weeks, and I still haven't freaking worn the damn thing. I'm so bad about that. I keep putting it off and putting it off. Invictus. Now we're talking. I haven't worn that in a little while. It's been at least a few weeks, if not a month and a half or so. I wore it not that long ago. Vintage Green. Smells great. Performance is lacking. Yes, it is. It smells great though. But it's, I mean, for the $20 you pay for it, it's actually better quality smelling than you would expect for 20, at least I think. But it's like a 3 to 4 hour fragrance. I like that one more out the shower or just running errands. It's definitely not an all-day wear unless you want to keep it with you. But it is that good. Bergamot, petitgrain, a lot of fresh greens without being fresh spicy. That's what I like about it. When you can pull off green without being too fresh or too spicy and kind of fall somewhere in the middle of that, which this does, it's a great fragrance. Dior Homme Intense. I've been meaning to wear that too. There's so many good fragrances. Bleu de Chanel EDP. You can never go wrong there. Terra Essence, Bulgari Man Flanker, Happy Land El Gudo, because it's very good. Shout out from Las Vegas. I appreciate it. Cartier Declaration EDT. So Justin sold me on the Parfum a while back, and I've been procrastinating getting it. I haven't tried any of the Declarations, and I really want the Parfum. Just like with Pacha de Cartier Parfum, he sold me on that shit when it first came out too, and I bought it, and he's right. It's great. Sunset Hour from Goldfield and Banks. Wajan. Karl Lagerfeld. Bois de Cedre. Office for Men. Creed Aventus. Zinnia Intenso. That's one you never hear anybody say anymore. YSL EDP. I've made a video off it, but do you like Aventus? Yes, I have done multiple Aventus alternative videos. I've done a full review on Aventus. I've featured it in several videos. I do like it. I don't think it's worth the money. I have a 19S11 batch, in case you're wondering. It's good. It's great. I'll even go as far as it's great, but there's just so many ways to go about it these days. It just renders it not worth it unless you just want to spend the money to say you're wearing Aventus, you know. First Instinct Blue, my favorite gem scent. Kalan, now we're talking. Luna Rosa Carbon. Man, a bunch of great scent of the days, guys. Signature Pour Homme. That's what I'm talking about. Bulgari Man Extreme. Ooh, green. So green and cactusy. A juicy cactus note. That's a great one. That's one I haven't worn forever. What do you think about taking a shower and putting on this Wulong Cha? Shit, why not? Enjoy it. Look, even if you're already wearing something, if you don't have nothing on your forearm, spray your forearm. Have some fun with it. You just got it. You're excited. Wear it. Enjoy it, man. Star Walker Extreme. Luna Rosa Extreme. Ooh, that one's eluded me. Love the channel. You've dramatically helped my fragrance game. Well, I appreciate that, JB. I'm glad my opinion can kind of point you in the right direction on some things. Scent of the day. I'm assuming that's scent of the day. Oud for Happiness. I smelled that when I was in California. It much more mass appealing than I intended. I still think Oud for Greatness is the better fragrance, which is a mass appealing oud fragrance. But Oud for Happiness, I was not blown away by it, and I don't think I'll ever get a bottle. That first impression did a lot to me. Is it good? Is it nice? Yes. Is it great? Pass for me. Perry Ellis 360 Red. Cheapy gold right there. BDK Tobacco Rose. A quick number rating for me would be an 8 out of 10 easy. I do have a decant of it. It's been a little while since I've smelled it. Super jammy rose. Thick rose. Rich tobacco. Not too sweet. Light underlying smoked nuance, leathery type of feel in the background. I don't remember the notes exactly, but that's kind of the feel it has. It's a very robust fragrance. Thick is a good word for it. Very thick fragrance. I would say solid, easy 8 out of 10, if not better. If I was to sit here and break it down more, it'd probably push to an 8.5 or a 9. Damn good fragrance. I would try before I buy, though. But if you just love tobacco, you love rose, you love stuff like that in general, I guess you could roll the dice if you really wanted to. I still think you should try it first because it's expensive. But hey, do what you got to do. Just picked up Hugo Reversed. God, that's such a good one. After putting it off, I have to say I was really surprised how good it smelled. Another one, not a great performer, but I'll be damned if that isn't one of the best synthetic grapefruit notes. I mean, it's not tart like Light Blue Forever. It doesn't have that up top. It's more bright, juicy, and fresh with this fresh vetiver. Beautiful. Great cheap alternative for Elysium Parfum Pour Homme. I'm wearing the crap out of Tommy, especially at work. Love getting a big bottle when I run out. I never get enough of Tommy. I'm going to finish that 30 ml this year probably, and I think I'm going to move into my other 30 ml instead of my 50 ml because my 50 ml is the newest bottle I've bought. That 30 ml that I haven't opened yet, I bought at the same time as the 30 ml I'm going through now. So I'm going to go through the older bottle first. Makes more sense, right? End of the day, Parallels 360 Red. Can't stay. Just want to say, hey, everybody. Louie, I appreciate that, my man. Thank you for stopping in. Let's see. A long celebrity line. Heard a couple David Beckham's are solid. I have tried. I can't think of the name of it. I've tried like 2 of them from him. I've heard they're pretty solid too. I haven't spent a lot of time with them though. My main man, this is a guaranteed comment and every day, and send of the day post as well every day. I appreciate you coming check us out. Got my YEDT that I ordered from YSL. I see your love for it now. It's bright. If y'all see me ducking around, it's because my camcorder is right here. I'm not using the webcam anymore. I use the camcorder. So to see the full comment, I got to look around the camcorder. Fresh, uplifting, can't wait to wear it in the highway. It's a beast in the heat. And I don't mean beast like it's a crazy performer. It's so bright, it will grab somebody. It smells so damn good. The aldehydes with the citrus are so well done in this one. Yes, it's synthetic, but damn, it smells good. To test out some 1 ml samples without a spray top, you just got to, so it'll probably have a little dabber. You just got to rub it on your hand. Or you get some decants that have an atomizer and just pour it into that so you can atomize it. Because atomizing it is going to open up the top note. You need that atomization to open that top note. Otherwise, it's going to be kind of flat and not really open. It's not really going to pop off the skin when you just rub it or dab it onto your skin versus spraying it. When you spray it, it opens up the top note for the molecules and allows the fragrance. I think allows the fragrance to breathe isn't the best phrase, but I think you understand what I'm saying when I say that. It really opens up the molecules and allows them to do what they're intended to do. It allows that alcohol to dissipate a bit better, so it really brightens up the top. You won't get the brightness of the top note by just dabbing it. Product Carbon. Basic, but absolutely love it. I agree. All right, I got to scroll down. Mr. Got Plenty, $4.99 super chat. I appreciate that. No Good Celebrity Fragrance. Paris Hilton Men, Michael Jordan Legend, Antonio Banderas Blue Seduction, Ariana Grande Cloud. For anyone can do this list, it's you. I appreciate that, and I agree with all of those. Those are all very good. I think those are all good. You said no good. I don't know if you're saying they're not good. I think everyone you listed is good. I think those are all great. Not great fragrances, but good fragrances. Michael Jordan Legend, super sweet, syrupy, syrup waffle, maple syrup type of smell. Surprising performance for being an eau de cologne, and you can get it for $12. That's a solid on a super budget gourmand fragrance. Paris Hilton for Men, a very unique fresh fragrance. Very unique. Blue Seduction, basically Versace Man Eau Fresh, and Cloud, basically cotton candy. The cotton candy, more playful version of BR 540, I guess you could say. Intenso's like a 5 to 6 hour fragrance for me. It's not one I wear often. Hell, I got it right here. I don't really wear this one that much. It does smell like a richer version of Dolce & Gabbana Pour Homme, but I like the Pour Homme better, honestly. It's almost the same scent, but that was their try at bringing back vintage Dolce & Gabbana Pour Homme, and it's okay. Ricky Ponce, hit the like. That's what I'm talking about. We got 111 likes, 129 watching currently. I appreciate all of you. We've done 54 minutes. I've been doing my best to not skip too many questions because I'm just getting so far behind. That's the downside. I got to skip ahead a bit more again, guys. I'm sorry. $5 super chat from John McNeely. Bonjour is 99% Carlisle clone, only $50. I own both, and I swear it's spot on. Well, there you go. If you're still in here, Mac, this guy swears it's almost spot on 1-to-1. So maybe look into that. I'll leave it on the screen a little bit more because I'm going to scroll down some more because I'm way behind. Jesus Christ. I'm sorry, guys. This is the good and the bad. I'm trying to get to as much as I can, but at the same time, if it's more than a 3-word answer and I go into a tangent like I am right now, I'll get behind because the comments keep on coming. But I appreciate you guys. I really do. 130 watching. I appreciate you stopping in late in your work day or just getting off. on a Tuesday, you know, midweek. These are my favorite times to stream, honestly, because if anything, I can provide a little bit of an entertainment and conversation at the end of your workday when you're just waiting on that clock to hit, and you can get away with being on your phone for a little while. Please recommend you prefer So if you can find Grassland from Banana Republic, I'm starting to feel like that's the best way to go. There's a ton of great Green Irish Tweed clones, inspired fragrances, and so on. There's a bunch, and I'm sure people will chime off in here stating their favorites. But if you can find Grassland, that sea green colored glass, Banana Republic Icon line fragrance, they pop up at the rack stores, $20. That's a really good one. It's a lot more herbal and darker green, like vintage Green Irish Tweed. Has the freshness still, a little bit of that iris smell. It's pretty damn good. Performance is solid, not a beast, but that's the way I would go. No, it's not an everyday fragrance, but no, I still haven't tried it yet. We were talking about that not long ago. It was one of the questions I answered. I try to stay as blind as I can because it's one I do plan on getting. I don't want to be influenced by others' opinions, because as soon as I hear somebody say something in particular about it, I can't unhear that. Now that's going to be floating around in my mind. So when I do go to smell it, I have that floating around about it, and I'm anticipating something. I don't want to anticipate anything. I don't remember the notes. I don't want to go look because I know I'm going to get it pretty soon, sooner than later. So I want to be as blind as I can for when I do the first impressions video. Let's see. Daniel, I don't know what that currency is, but I appreciate you nonetheless. Luminous Night. Dolce & Gabbana The One. Luminous Night. I haven't wore that I've only worn it once, one full wearing since I got it. While I still have some cool weather, I need to wear it. Let's grab that bottle, shall we? Right here. So I'm going to put that right there and put that on my rotation table. I'm glad you said that because I need to wear it, damn it. And I'm going to wear it in the next couple of days. Luminous Night got me great compliments. It's great. The dates note with the smokiness, man, it's good. First Instinct Blue is going to be, it's a typical blue fragrance that's got a lot of green elements, rosemary kind of smell. It does not perform really good. That's why I love it at the gym. After like 45 minutes, the projection tones down greatly. And it's only like 3 hours on my skin before it's gone. Or I'm just anosmic to it because even though Ambroxan's not listed, it smells like there's a bunch of Ambroxan. It smells great. Go back and watch my blind smelling rate with Andrea and Justin when we were in Chicago, where we're in the thumbnail, we're sitting in the chairs and it's some crazy looking backdrop that I put for a thumbnail, and watch what Andrea says about First Instinct Blue. Then watch the following blind smelling rate with their significant others, with Grace and Anthony. And I sneak it in there too. And this will probably make you buy a bottle with what these four blindly smelling it have to say. It smells that damn good. Very informative, educational for the collector. I appreciate that, Adam. Thank you very much. Tim McGraw frags. I want to say my little brother had a Tim McGraw fragrance years and years ago. I can't remember which one it was, though. This is interesting. What if cat really spelled dog? All right. Okay, then. Great channel. Please suggest great interpretation. I just did. Emerald Isle or Verbania Fields. Never smelled either one of those. Don't know what those are. Never heard of them. I would go Grassland. Aqua Cinziali Blue. That's what I'm talking about. Appreciate that, Daniel. Thank you, man. Why EDT? No, not 8 hours. Like 6 to 7. Usually around 6. On a good day, if I spray my shirt, it'll get 7 or 8. But on skin, around 6. 7, like I said, if it's not a real hot day, it might push to 7. But no, not beastly or anything like that. Because once you start hitting 8 hours, you're like a click below it getting into beast territory, in my opinion. The way I rate things anyways. What are current highly praised fragrances now that you think will be irrelevant in 10 years where they are just a product of their time? You are killing it with these questions. You drank a big glass of good question juice before you jumped on this live stream. Shit. I would think the Invictus line would fall into that. it's beloved by a lot of people, the flankers, when they come out. But I think 10 years from now, it won't look back. It won't be an all-time classic that's still going strong, I think. Maybe, I know that's a bold statement, but I kind of feel like it'll fall out. These sweet aquatics, it's kind of the time, if you will. The 1 million flankers, I think, go into that as well. Pretty much Paco Rabanne's more youthful fragrances as a whole. So both of those lines. Also, I think something, because the things that never go away is the timeless scent profiles, your aromatic fougeres, your citrus aromatics, your amber fragrances, stuff like that. The timeless styles are timeless for a reason. They never get old. Even if somebody wants to say it's dated, they might just be young, and that smells like their dad to them, whereas when you get of age and you have children of your own and your dad, you look at that fragrance a bit different. You can appreciate it more, especially the higher quality takes on those scent profiles, like your Raja Parfums versions of Fougeres and stuff like that. Whereas I can appreciate the enhanced quality of a timeless scent profile. I think it's these sweet, more gourmand heavy aquatics that will be of the time. That will be the 2010s, 2020s era. I think it's the modern metrosexual style will tone back, and it'll be, I could be wrong here, but I think there'll be fragrances of their time, like you were stating here. Stuff like that. The Invictuses, the 1 millions, maybe even stuff like Stronger With You lines, for example, Wanted line, things like that, where there's a lot more sweetness and that strong youthful appeal. I think that'll be of the time. So I hope that answered. Crazy wildest fragrance you've tried. I don't have anything specific that comes to mind. That's a tough one. Got to think about that for a second. I really don't know. Nothing distinctively comes to mind. I'm looking around. I don't have anything specific that comes to mind. I'm sorry that I can't really answer that with a good answer. Why a clone of Green Irish Tweed? Does it not last or what? I thought about getting it, but if it don't last, forget it, LOL. That's a skin chemistry thing. At the end of the day, you got to try it for yourself. Just because one person doesn't get good performance doesn't mean you won't. And just because one person gets great performance doesn't mean you will. So it all comes down to skin chemistry. That's where the constant hammering into your head of sample, try first from me comes from. Because you never know. You never know. You may get better performance than me. You may get worse performance than me. So can't just go based off of someone's opinion. You have to do your due diligence to really experience it for what it's going to do on you. That's the most important thing. I haven't tried it. You haven't gotten it based on your channel. I think you may enjoy it. I do have a carded sample of Born in Roma. That was kind of like Sauvage meets Invictus, but it didn't compel me to get a bottle. I haven't read anything on this one because it's another one that could potentially end up making me get it. You know what I mean? So I haven't tried that one yet. These newer releases, I don't want to know until I'm certain if I will or will not get them. Reviewer of the year in the fragrance community. That's a bold statement. I just love talking fragrances, as you can tell by this live stream. But I appreciate that, Matt. Thank you, man. I'm hearing a lot about Rosassi Huas. I'll let you know this weekend when my bottle comes in. I'll do a first impressions video because I've been having people on me for a long time wanting me to get it. So Gris Charnel, I haven't tried that one. I mean, I can say how Grand Soir is possibly my favorite amber dominant fragrance ever made. But I haven't tried Gris Charnel for comparison's sake from BDK. So, man, I can't weigh in on one, but I can tell you Grand Soir is freaking phenomenal. Phenomenal. Understated how much the benzoin pops up top, but it really settles into this almost delicious type of amber. It's very, very intoxicating fragrance. Strong trail. Not a crazy projector, but boy, that trail is long and strong. You will, like 10 feet after you walk by somebody, it still has room to hit them in the trail. So keep that in mind. Curve. Yves Saint Laurent Y for men. Eau de Parfum discontinued. I don't think the EDP is. I believe the EDT is what's being discontinued. That's why it's been getting clearanced out everywhere. I believe they're reformulating it and changing it to like EDT Intense or something like that. I've heard a bunch of different things. Nothing I can confirm that's came from YSL. But as far as I know, EDP is not. I don't think it is. First Instinct Together. Hey, I love that stuff. It's really good. I have multiple bottles, and once the summer hits, I'm going to be wearing it like crazy again. Nautical Voyage Heritage. Woody Dry Down's impressive. All of the Voyage fragrances are actually underrated, solid for the money. You know, are they special? Nah, but they're solid. No, I have to bring this. I have to answer this all the time. For the amount of effort it would take to pull all of this shit down to make even a multi-part video, just isn't worth it. I'll just continue to make fragrance videos. I'm sorry. I'm not going to be doing any fragrance collection video. It's just too much. It's just too much going on here to pull all that shit down, and I'd have to section it and do it in multiple. It's just not going to happen. If I had 100 fragrances, sure. But sorry, man. Not happening. Penguin Ice Blue. I haven't wore that one in a while. Might have to wear that out the shower tonight. YEDT, a little too sharp. EDP is a bit smoother. EDP, the thing, I love the EDP, just not in the summer. EDT cures the need for the Y scent profile better than the Eau Fraiche in the summer, because the Eau Fraiche has more of a lemon ginger smell. It's a little bit different. It's not the same fragrance. It almost doesn't even fit the line. It's got a little bit of the DNA, but it's kind of its own thing because it's a warm lemony ginger smell, whereas it doesn't have as much of that sage, ambergris, apple smell that the Y line typically has in the DNA. The others have it. The other four all have it. You can smell it. Whereas the EDT is just so fresh. The EDP gets too cloying and sweet because it's such a beast for the summer. So I agree. EDP is smoother, but when it comes to summer, I think it's the worst choice. Even worse than the Le Parfum, just because the Le Parfum wears a little close to the skin. It's not as cloying. I think the EDT is just the ultimate for the summer. For high heat and you like the Y line, you cannot beat the EDT in my opinion. Your collector, if you are, nothing will impress you. Mass pin lost through the Aquatis for round 15. Great and long lasting. Trying to get caught up, guys. How do you feel about fragrance pricing, exclusivity, and dips of those fragrances diluting the market? Well, it's just like any other market. Eventually there's a saturation, but we're still in such a rapid growth in our community because the masses that purchase fragrances that they're really marketing to, because they're not marketing to us. Small niche brands are marketing to us in the community that are enthusiasts that love fragrances. And we have a lot of fragrances, not just 2 or 3, you know. The designer brands, the mass marketing isn't marketed to us. We're included in it, but we're not necessarily the targeted demographic. That's why the marketing is the way it is, because the average fragrance enthusiast has so much more knowledge than somebody that's going to sell a fragrance at a fragrance counter. It's night and day, you know? So it's one of those things where, because there's such a rapid growth of so many more people coming into this as more of a hobby than just a everyday essential, because forever it's been an everyday essential and the enthusiast was such a small niche group of people. Whereas now with the age of the internet, there's this small niche group of people in tons of different places all over the country and all over the globe across all the other countries. So everybody's able to come together and form a community. That's why we have all these different groups and these different Reddits and IG specific hashtags for groups. And so I honestly don't think it's necessarily a diluting of the market. I think they're just constantly trying things. And when something becomes a hit, it sticks. If it doesn't hit the type of sales figures they're looking for, they discontinue it and they move on and try something else. So I don't necessarily think that's the case. It's not necessarily diluting the market. Exclusives are probably an ideal way to go. As far as marketing, I think if brands did that more, it would probably be a better business model for them, because when something's extremely exclusive in the culture that the modern human being has created with this consumerism, they'll want, if they're into it, they'll have to have it if it interests them. So flooding the market with something's not as smart these days as providing something that is top tier and exclusive. That's where we come in as enthusiasts. That's marketed for us. That's the kind of stuff that we're like, ooh, versus, oh, another polo fragrance. Oh, another polo red. Oh, another polo blue. Like that's just, oh, again to us. Sometimes we get it, sometimes we don't. I know that was kind of wordy. Yeah, great price, right? So I haven't tried that many. I have, shout out to my buddy Ken if he happens to see this. He sent me some decants a while back. I still haven't opened the box. The box is right there under my desk of a bunch of ATH fragrances. I just haven't gotten around to doing it. I do have the ability to try some of them. I just have not done it yet. So maybe we'll do another live stream where I open that up and go through them. So noted. Copenhagen and grits. Okay, that's random. What do you think about fragrance? Oh, we just talked about that. It's Happy Land oily. It is a very high oil concentration. Yes. If you don't like fragrances where it's going to be a big oil sheen where you spray it for a little while, then you won't like Happy Land because they're all like 30%, maybe even a little bit better than 30%, but it's all pure parfum, high oil concentration, which really helps with the ridiculous longevity and staying power of the fragrance. The fragrances. I think Cuba Orange is a fragrance. I've never tried it. Smells similar. Artisan Pure. Stuff that feature petitgrain, really. Like Vintage Green has a similarity. Aqua Celestia Forte from MFK, which is way more expensive than what you're looking to do if you're looking for an alternative for a fragrance that used to be $40. But MFK is kind of like in the niche realm of it. But I would say probably your best bet that's affordable is going to be something like Vintage Green from Banana Republic. Try Danger Zone when you recommend it. Nice, but still getting used to it. That's very dense. Now, look, it's not as good as the original. It can't touch the original. I have now tried the original since I featured Danger Zone last year, over a year ago. And yeah, Danger Zone can't touch the original Danger Parfum Pour Homme, in my opinion. One fragrance. Care to take a guess? Hint: 2 are discontinued supposedly, and 3 are clones. I couldn't even begin to guess, actually. All right, let me scroll down. All right, Phil, Mr. Good Question. Let's see. Video idea. Instead of 10 best fragrance per house, how about 10 worst fragrance per house? I don't even know of a house that has 10 bad fragrances to do that video. You know, that's a challenging, like, to even make. Like, it'd be better off with 10 fragrances you just don't like instead of doing 10 per house. Because that's, I mean, if you got 10 bad fragrances in your lineup, you're probably not going to be in business much longer, if at all. So yeah, that's, I mean, not every comment you put can be a home run, right? I get the idea. I like the idea. It's just that's not a video that I don't even think I have the ability to do, because I don't know of 10 bad fragrances from one house. It's hard to get 2 or 3 bad from one house, you know. That's more likely. But 10, oof, that's a real challenge right there. Why EDT discontinued? So that's snap a few up and resell. So you're part of the problem. Your comment right there, try to resell some of them. That's part of the problem. I don't fault you for wanting to make money, Daniel, but that reselling shit is what's ruined the world. That's why the shoe market is the way it is. People that don't even want the damn shoes buy them up so they can turn around and flip them for 3 times what they bought them for. This is the same shit. That's what I was talking about with Cool Water Parfum earlier. People are finding them at Marshall's for $20 and flipping them for $60 on eBay. And I refuse to do that because I know eventually I'll find it for $20 at Marshall's. So personally, if you like YEDT, yeah, grab you a couple bottles. I'm also not almighty high horse to tell you to do what to do with your money. I hope you don't buy them strictly to just resell them and make profits off of somebody that would enjoy it. I just hope you come up on it and say, ooh, I really like this fragrance. It's great that I can get it for this price and get a backup bottle or something. But not down with all the reselling stuff. Appreciate that, Mo. Thank you, man. Try Danger Zone. Very nice. Oh, so same comment. I like your content. Are you sponsored with the fragrances, or do you save up and buy it with your own money, or both? Both. I do get the occasional free fragrances. I get some stuff from Raja Parfums here and there, Zaharoff, some clone houses, stuff like that. But in those videos, I always state that it was sent to me. I don't accept anything without the understanding that whatever I say is off the cuff, good, bad, or indifferent, as long as the company's okay with that. It's fine. I mean, I don't get paid to do videos or anything like that. I get some free product, but I don't get paid just to feature, you know. Now, some companies I do have an affiliate link for. So in the event you like what you hear and you want to make a purchase, I get a little small commission out of it. And that's yay for me. If not, is what it is. But that still go back in the sample. Always sample first if you can. But good question. I appreciate you asking. Again, yes, Happy Land is very oily. So is it, what? Really? That's what you're asking me? I feel like that was pure entertainment right there, because there's no way you're serious. I'm obviously bald and thumbnails and no, I definitely do not spray cologne in my hair. So you hear my phone going off. Dior Elixir smells very masculine, but 160. So you can find them on discount here and there. For the love of God, I'm putting this on silent. All right, put that on mute so my phone doesn't keep going off. So I really like it. Alexandria makes a damn good clone of it. Their clone of Dior, it's called Et Sauvage Elixir. It's about as close as you're going to get from the top, the heart, and the dry down of the fragrance and the performance. I've said before, it's like 90% match across the board. I think if Elixir is just too expensive for you, it's still pricey at $100 for 100 ml, but you get more fragrance for less money, and you can find coupon codes. They run 15% off, 20% off, sometimes 25% off, or you can get a 60 ml and get it even cheaper. Plus, they have the discount codes, so you just got to Google search for them. You have clone of Gucci Pour Homme 2? No, and I've never smelled Gucci Pour Homme 2. If you could bring back any discontinued fragrance, which one are you picking? Damn. That's a good question. That's a damn good question. I don't know. I guess Invictus Aqua, because now 18 is supposedly discontinued. So, but I have a backup bottle of it. I have a bunch of fragrances that smell like it, so it doesn't technically hurt me, you know. But I guess that. Ryan, what's going on, my man? Live from the job site. If not a fragrance collection, how about a tour of your studio there? Now that's potentially can be done for sure. That would be much better. Sam Broom, my step bro, what's going on, man? I keep getting a collection video. I said it would take forever, so I passed it. Dude, I get asked all the time. I've been getting asked for years, and I give the same answer. I'm like, nah, I'm not putting myself through that. And I would have to lay it all out on the floor, and then I wouldn't be able to lay it all out. I'd have to do it in sections, then put all the shit back, and take another section down, then put all the shit back after recording. It's more hassle than it's worth. It's like, do you really need to see every single fragrance I own? You know what I mean? Like, do you guys really need to see every single friggin' fragrance I own? Does your wife get mad because of the amount of fragrances you have? No, she does not. My marriage is a give and take, like it should be. My wife is my best friend. We've been together for 12 years now, married for 11, and she gets it. I don't spend money that we can't afford to spend. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to put us in a bind over a fragrance or something like that. You know what I mean? Anytime I'm buying stuff, it's because I have the surplus of money to buy stuff. Like, I haven't been buying much stuff lately because it's beginning of the year, not making as much. So we need to be I need to be more mindful of my spending. I still buy something here and there, but it's not like mid-year when I tend to do a lot of fragrance hauls and stuff like that. Like, if you notice, there's a trend and a timeline to when I do certain things. I buy certain things at certain points of the year because that's when it makes the most sense financially. Favorite Chypre? Whew, I got a lot of those. I have to go with Hasavat, though. It's just such a good oak moss fragrance. Oh, God, it's such a good oak moss fragrance. I can't pick against it. I can't pick against it. It's so classy. Quality's there. Performs great on me. I really, really love that stuff. Previous video teased the review, never got to it. So I featured some of their fragrances before, and they were okay, but they've never enticed me to go back to them. They reached out to me a while back when their fourth one came out, and I turned them down. I said, no, thank you. Like, I have an affiliate link to them. I don't post it. I don't use it or anything because I don't know. I just don't believe in the fragrances enough to feature them. I can't in good conscience after spending more time with them. It's like, it's not really something I'm going to wear. So I'm not really going to feature them. I don't want to tell people they're great if I don't wear them. Cause if I'm not wearing them, I don't find them to be that great. You know, that's the God's honest truth. They're not bad. They don't smell bad. They smell good. It's just, I don't know. They don't compel me to want to wear them. So that's why you never really see me talk about them. Cause it's like, if I don't want to wear them, I'm not going to tell you guys you should wear them because I don't wear them. You know, it's just real as it gets right there. Thoughts on ombre leather? I still want to try the parfum, but ombre leather, it's a very good fragrance, but I have so many Tuscan leather type scent profiles that it never made me want to buy a bottle. Rake and Ruin, never tried that. So let me scroll down. I got to get caught up. Let's see, for the fourth time now. Yes, Happy Land is oily. Okay. Here we go. Sorry, top 10 is in one fragrance per house, 10 houses total. Okay, yeah, I either read it wrong or it was worded to where I read it wrong, something like that. But that makes a lot more sense. That video can definitely be done. Yeah, for my bad for the wording. Okay, so yeah, because that's why I was like, man, I guess not all of your comments can be home runs, you know, because you were killing it with the questions. Now that makes a lot more sense. That's definitely something I can do. That's actually a great video idea, and I may just do that. I'm gonna keep that one in mind. Let's see. Ever spray your favorite expensive fragrances and miss? That has happened. Or where I'm in a hurry and I just glance at the atomizer and I go to like spray right here and it's actually aimed at my eye. I've had that happen. Not a lot of times, but it's happened before where I've been in a hurry, grab the cap, glance real quick, spray, and go to spray. And turns out I should have went further or adjusted the atomizer and end up spraying myself in the face. So that has happened. Yeah, it turns out he did mean one per house. Mr. Michael Dinsmore in the house, the greatest voice in the community. How do you spray cologne? Do you like cologne? Shut up, Mike. Mike's trolling me, ladies and gentlemen. Jesus Christ. Shut up, Mike. God, do you like cologne? Unbelievable. Thanks, Dinsmore. Those of you that don't know Michael Dinsmore, you're missing out. Like I said, you ever heard of you got a voice that's perfect for radio? You ever heard that term? He has the greatest voice for radio. He's like the voice of Fragcom. He's the ultimate voiceover guy. He really is. He's a DJ. Makes sense. But shout outs to Michael Dinsmore. Hi from Serbia. I appreciate that. I also have a question. How many caps do you have? Over 400. I have over 400 hats. I haven't counted them in a long time. I haven't been buying many hats lately. That's another thing where I go through spurts and I'm more into buying exclusives at this point. And it's just hell to get stuff through some of these custom places because the hat community has grown so much that like with Hat Club, for example, when I sign in, they automatically put the OG original coupon code in for me because I'm one of their very first members from years ago. So when I sign in, I automatically get a 20% discount because I'm one of their original members. But it's to the point to where I stopped even going on their Saturday drops and midweek drops because there's bots and stuff like that. And it's just so much hell to get my size in any hat I like because places like Hat Club, some of the dopest shit you can find, but it's just hell to get. It's not like it used to be. I wish they would go back to doing pre-orders like they did with the Sandstorm stuff. That's the last stuff I bought from them. I bought the Astros hat, the Skull Chief hat, and the Braves hat from that collection because it was pre-orders. Granted, I waited like 6 months for the damn thing, but I got my hats, you know. Great live stream. I appreciate that. Thank you. 75 pounds for, I'm guessing that's pounds. I don't know the conversion. Apparently that's very reasonable. There you go. Kyler does not like elixir. Sick, then vomiting emoji. Andrew says he would pick pure malt. That's a great fragrance. I wore that not that long ago. Picked a really cold day to wear it. All right, so we've done hour 25. I'm gonna hurry up and catch up here at the bottom, and we're gonna go ahead and shut it down. Oh no, Phil's a good dude, man. PhD TV, that's Phil. He's a good dude. No, we talked it out. There was a misunderstanding there. So, sending love from Mass, brother. Love you, Mike. That's my guy. Let's see. 4 or 8 fragrances for life, covering either seasons or situations from one perfumer, not brand. Ooh, that's a challenge. That's a challenge. I'm gonna keep that one in mind too. That's a challenge, right? I like that. That's a great idea. Damn. Ross, that last group of frags sent are some of your faves. That's taking a chance. LOL. So did that package come in yet? Let me look. No, there's the giveaway bottle for the Happy Land giveaway. No, so my package that you sent me, I have not received yet. So this will be interesting. So that for those of you that asked, the guy that asked earlier, making sense. Michael Dinsmore, he makes his own fragrances. He sends me fragrances on occasion. Let's see. Well, hold on, skipped one. Tommy by Tommy Hilfiger or Legend. Oh, Tommy. I'm gonna go Tommy every time. That's a nostalgic fragrance for me. That transports me to the 90s when I smell it. No worries, Omega. Everyone picks up different notes from a fragrance. That's true. Alberto Marias is my favorite. That's a good route to go. I mean, honestly, I could pick him and have a plethora of fragrances to choose from. All good stuff. Thoughts on Cool Water Intense? I think it's a bubblegum beast. Does not list Ambroxan in the notes, but it's a freaking Ambroxan bomb. Has this amber coconut smell going for it, but it smells like bubblegum mostly. And it is crazy strong. You're going to pay $40 or less for it online, and it performs way above that. Synthetic, sure. Mass appealing blue, big time. And it's a beast. Making sense. So if you want a great clone of Raja Parfum's Oligarch, Mike makes a fantastic one. And this is a must. I always have it here to smell out the atomizer. This is a must from Making Sense. This is called Fallen Leaf. It's made up of 5 of his favorite fall fragrances. 1 Million Privé is one of them. I distinctively smell the cinnamon note. God, I don't spray it all the time. It's so powerful. I just sit here and smell it out the atomizer. That's why it's literally right here in arm's reach. And Tipsy Angel, super, super, super boozy fragrance. Look at that. He comes up with some crazy, wacky stuff on his labels too. Oh, Mike, you know me. Come on now. If it's trash, I'll just to give you a hard time, I'll say it's trash because I've yet to come across one from you that's trash. So I haven't been able to do it yet. You're lucky because I've been waiting. Like, damn it, when am I going to find one that's kind of meh? Because I at least want to go, yeah, probably wouldn't wear this one, you know. But I guess I haven't tried enough stuff from you. But for the most part, you do really good work, you know. You ever choose scent based on what color you're wearing? What are some examples if so? Not really. I never pick a fragrance based off of color of attire. It's usually attire style for me. What did Dossier fragrances perform for you? So one that still surprises me how well it performs is their version of Polo Blue. It's Polo Blue EDP, and I get 8 hours off of it. And their version of the original Armani Code is better than Armani Code. Like Black Bottle original Armani Code, modern formulas, 4 or 5 hours. Dossier's version, 8-9 hours. Gotta say, I don't wear their stuff all the time, but there's certain ones that I really, really enjoy and I go back to. Their version of Y was really good, but you can get Y80T super cheap at Sephora right now. Get the original. So let's see. T.O.B. and Danye. Yes. I wore Triumph of Bacchus yesterday. Brian, I thought you were walking out. What the hell? You could have been on. Polo Deep Blue, $52 at Macy's. Yes. It's like mixing Polo Blue with Dior Sauvage and sprinkling a cypress note right in the middle of it. Because you're going to get a green, almost minty fresh cypress note with some Ambroxan and that Polo Blue DNA. It's great. The specific scent memory I have tied to it was my stepson's high school graduation. That's what I wore. So every time I see it typed on a screen, smell it, see it, anything, I think of Brock's high school graduation. So yeah, I'm about to shut it down. We just hit 1.5 hours. The original plan was maybe do an hour. I mean, we still got 122 watching, but I'm probably going to shut it down here in just a minute. Let's see. Everybody's excited to see you, Brian. What the hell? You think Cool Water Parfum? I haven't tried it yet. I heard it's kind of like a Prataluna Rosa Carbon, which I'll like it if that's the case. Where were you, Brian? So look, everybody's wondering what's up, Brian. Oh, of course, Mike. I've been dying to come across one that's not that good because I doubt it's going to be bad. I doubt you've ever made anything that's bad. But I'm just looking for that okay mediocre one so I can meh you. You know, it may never happen. It may be in this package. I don't know. We'll see. When I get that package, I think that'll be part of the live stream. We'll do a live stream, and I'll message you first so you can make sure to be on to watch. The one EDT or EDP or neither one. I mean, EDP if you need the performance, EDT if you want the freshness. They smell about the same, though. Brian, my guy, what took you so long? See, Brian, everybody's giving you a hard time. Favorite Hugo Boss fragrance ever is Boss number 6, the original Boss bottled. But currently, it's kind of a tie between the Scent Absolute and the Scent Private Accord. I still need to try Rosa. Yeah, Burlington 1819. Wow. Wow. If I had some decants, I'd send you a decant. I don't have any decants. Oh my God. It's so different. So different, but he's back. What's your best 80s cologne that you own? That's a tough one. I don't really wear too much from the 80s. Honestly. It's the oldest bottle or batch of certain fragrance you're looking for. I'm not looking for anything specific. The oldest batch of anything I have is a 1994 bottle of Tiffany for Men. Still smells great. Good sandalwood fragrance. Top note's not even really all that spoiled. Brian no-showed. There we go. They're giving you a hard time, Brian. So it's Fallen Leaf. This is the one. If you're just going to get one, you need to get this one. Fallen Leaf and Tipsy Angel. So, Mike, if you don't mind, drop your website real quick. I know it's a Big Cartel website. I think it's makingsense.bigcartel. Damn it, they went on my decants. They all fell. Sheesh. Not all of them, but a bunch of them fell. Damn it. What's your grail scent? I don't really have a grail scent. I like too much variety. I've always liked variety. Even when I was a kid, I had more than one fragrance. I mean, at 12 years old, I had like 3 fragrances. Had Tommy, Nautica, and Nautica competition when I was 12. You know, I've always liked variety, you know. It depends on your skin, but it's like 7 to 8 hours for me. It's not a beast, but it's above average. Be 314 delivered at parcel locker. Then that means it's somewhere around here. So I got packages. I got 2 packages here. I got that package from EJ for the giveaway bottle. It might be in that stack. I don't know. I got to look. I get so behind on packages. It's unreal. Which Icon blue bottle? I have not. I have not smelled that before. Keep going. Well, I mean, damn it. I got things to do. Not crazy like have to do this second. But let's see. Yeah, Mike, if you don't mind, drop your website in the comments. That way for whoever wants to order, because it looks like you have a gentleman that's looking to get Fallen Leaf and Tipsy Angel. Alt fragrances in those Clone House. I got away from them. In the beginning of my channel, I tried a couple of the things. I did a video on them. When they started doing the hybrids of Aventus and BR540 meets Elysium and all that, I didn't like how they smelled, and I kind of got away from them. And they've offered to send me things over the last 2 years, and I just, I'm good, thanks. So I just kind of pass on them. They don't do good enough work for me when there's so many smaller clone houses like Mike, for example, Making Sense, that do such good work that I'd rather support them. I'd rather support these good guys in the community that I know than some nameless, faceless clone company. That makes sense? I hope so. Favorite Armani fragrance? That's tough. Shit, because they got a lot of good ones. I think where it stands right now, Profondo Lights is probably my current favorite. All time, what I've worn, I would say Profumo. Acqua di Gio Profumo might be my favorite all time. I don't own any of the private line, the Armani Privé stuff. I don't own any of that stuff. I'm just talking designer line stuff. But it would probably be my current favorite is Acqua di Gio Profondo Lights. Continuum, I turned them down too. They reached out to me when they were launching that. So Avant-Garde, the fragrance group, that's the distributor. The first two are okay. I have them right there at the bottom shelf to where I can't even really reach them easy because they just don't compel me to want to wear them. And because I didn't get wowed enough by the first two, I wasn't interested in getting that one. So that's another one. That's what I'm saying. When, like I say it from time to time when we live streams, that you guys don't understand that I turn down more than I accept. If it doesn't interest me, I don't need it. I've got more shit than I ever will need. I don't need to have something just to say I have it and to make a video. I just don't. So I turn down a lot more than you guys realize. I'm guessing that's Cologne or Viking. Viking, because that's much more of an everyday fragrance every season. Not offensive, quality. I get a lot of life out of it without a lot of projection. It's right in that sweet spot. It's like an 8-hour fragrance with a subdued projection, a more closer to the skin type of thing, leaves a lot of room for discoverability. It's a timeless profile with, just a high quality touch to it. I got to go Creed Viking right here for sure. Ever tried it? I have summer 2019. Very easygoing. Lime, sea salt. I forgot what the other main notes are. It's not super aquatic, but it does give that summertime high heat feel. Easygoing. Some people would deem them boring, but that's I could see where people would say that, but I still think it's they're good fragrances. They're good fragrances. Up until recently, they were the same for several years. I would say if you can get it for $20, it's worth rolling the dice if it interests you. Is it going to wow you and blow you away? No. Is it going to be easygoing and enjoyable? Yes. So that's how you got to look at it. If you're looking for something unique that you never smelled before, that ain't it. But if you want something that you'll definitely feel like you got your $20 out of, then there you go. Hope that's a good answer for you. I guess I deserve it. There you go. No, I was never a real big fan of Drakkar Noir, but I love the new Drakkar Intense. No call, no show. Favorite Armani is Armani Pour Homme Original. So if you want something a little different, get Eau de Noir. Eau de Nuit. Sorry. The Iris fragrance. Whew. Man, that's a really good one. I don't wear that enough. Waiting on your next fragrance collaboration to drop. Boy, that'd be nice. I'm waiting for that too. That would be really nice. I appreciate that. Making sense. Have a great summer frag. He's got a lot of variety. A lot of variety. There's a lot of clones, a lot of blends, and then he's got his fair share of original creations too. So there's something for everybody from Making Sense. I haven't really smelled a lot of his fresh stuff. It's been mostly the darker, spicier, and boozier stuff for the most part. He part of this package is the whole reason he sent it to me is I was praising Alexandria's version of Sauvage Elixir one night, and he's next thing you know, we're on a live stream together. And I get a message from him of a tracking label. And I was like, he's like, you got to try mine. I got to send you mine. Next thing you know, I'm getting a message, ding, goes off. There's a tracking label while we're on the live stream together. So I know that's in there for certain. Is there some fresher stuff? I'm not sure. Like I said, maybe within the next week, we'll jump on a live stream. I'll try to plan it out at least a day ahead so you guys will know. And we'll open some of those with some of these Aaron Terrence Hughes decants I got, and we'll smell them all and see what's what. L'Homme Le Parfum, the YSL L'Homme Le Parfum, I think that is super underrated. That is the way to go to get L'Homme because it still smells like L'Homme, just richer, and does perform a bit better. I have never smelled Tuxedo, so I really don't know. Supposedly it's very close, but I have Moustache EDP, and it's great. To judge it as a standalone, it's a wonderful fragrance. I did a full review a while back on it, but I just don't know how close it is to Tuxedo. I'm not really the layering type. I did layer Frequent Flyer from City Rhythm with Heart Spark from City Rhythm and Shelter and Perfume the other day, and it definitely gave a lot of pop to the fragrance. Let me scroll down. I am way, way behind. Ken, what's going on, my man? It's Dynamite Wednesday. You damn right it is. And look, I follow Thunder Rosa on IG, so I know there's going to be some sort of celebration for her. I was super happy. Look, the match wasn't that great. The cage match, her and Britt Baker, was not that great. There was a lot of botches and just the psychology was there, but the execution wasn't as good as it could have been. But I was super happy for the way they did the mariachi band, the way she came out. They're in San Antonio. That's where she lives. And they put the title on her. I felt like it was time, especially when she lost at the pay-per-view. And then they announced she gets a cage match so Britt doesn't have outside help. So I was excited for that. Like I said, is it going to get match of the year like their previous Lights Out did? No, their execution was way better in that match. But I am happy with the outcome. The presentation of the intro and the final outcome, I was very happy with. They had some good spots, but there was little in-between spots that weren't executed well enough. You're a wrestling guy. I know you know what I mean. UK, Guerlain, Low Medial Extreme. What's your favorite Guerlain frag? So I only have that line. I don't have anything else from Guerlain. Just have that line. And my favorite is the L'Intense. It's so good. Smoky, leathery, just still got a little bit of the cherry to go with the almond. Oh, so good. So good. The EDP is great. I actually am one of the few in the crowd that like Cool and Sport. I think those are underrated. I don't think there's a bad fragrance in the line. I don't think there's a mediocre fragrance in the line. I think they're all very good or better. Love the line. I haven't gotten Extreme yet. I've smelled it one time. Eventually I'll get it. Every time I think to get it, it's sold out at Fragrance Buy and places like that. Okay, scroll down some more. The hell? I'm guessing you meant Chanel has offered to fly me to Europe and pay me. Oh, that's from Justin's video. That's got to be a takeaway from Justin's skit, which he has a new skit coming. He didn't give me a date when he's dropping it, but he has a new skit coming. Ooh, so you can eliminate sweet. I do like sweet, but I like blue fragrances and barbershop fragrances way more than I like sweet fragrances. But at the end of the day, I'm a blue fragrance guy. There's no secret there. If I got to pick just one, I'm taking my blue fragrances because that encompasses so much real estate on variety of fragrances. Now, some of them are going to have a lot of similarity to one another, but I just really love blue genre fragrances. They go with everything. They smell good, work for every situation. Some better than others with dressing up, obviously. I like the higher quality stuff, but my bank account doesn't. That's everybody. That's everybody, man. So, bro, first live stream of yours I caught. Daniel the Bearded. What's going on, man? One of my buddies on Instagram. Let's see. Centralized. A few eternity flankers, but not the summer ones. Too many to keep up. They do it every year. And honestly, if you missed 19, you could get, I think 20 was the year they changed it. But if you get 19, 18, 17, 16, and 15, they're all the same fragrance. So whichever one you can get cheapest, get that one. Steve, Fragrance Fanatic, Kingdom Fragrances. He has 2015. And it's the same damn fragrance. Same note breakdown. We compared them next side by side. It's the same damn fragrance. In 2020, they changed it to a different scent profile. Do you have any Killian fragrances? I've tried Intoxicated, Vodka on the Rocks, and Black Phantom. I've tried all three of those. I don't own any full bottles. I have decants of all of those and then some. Angel Share, stuff like that. I just haven't gotten around to buying bottles. It's such an expensive hobby. It really is. Sample of your Zed Creation one coming soon. Super excited. Well, I hope you enjoy it. If it's one of the official samples that we put out that doesn't have an atomizer, put it in something that has an atomizer so you can spray it and open the top note up and really get what the opening's about. I hope you enjoy it. I really do. Currently over 120 fragrances available. One coming out shortly is House Party. Here we go with his blends. Curve, Aqua de Jo, Cool Water, Vintage Nautica Competition, and Hugo Man. I'm hoping that's in the package. I got to find this package. I got a stack of packages over there. It's got to be in there if I already got it. Armani Privé Magenta, not in the US though. That's great. Elixir, Ani, and Oceania in that package. Why'd you tell me? Damn it. I should have skipped the comment. Well, that's three that I love. So that was very strategic on your part because I know those three very well. I wear those a lot. It's even, and I praised Alexandria's clone of Elixir, and I swear by Ani and Oceania. So I'm curious how you stack up. I'm curious because look, if you don't stack up, I'm gonna tell you didn't stack up. I've been waiting to meh you. We'll see if this is it. Ken, shout out to Making Sense. Mike's stuff is brilliant. I can vouch for what I own. Definitely worth checking out for those in the chat. Ken's right. That's why I just said I've been waiting to find that fragrance to go, yeah, to Mike, and it just hasn't happened yet. And he sent some of his versions of my favorites. Those of you that watch me on a regular basis, you know I love Nishane Ani and Raja Parfums Oceania. I love those fragrances. So we'll see. We'll see. Next week's live stream. We're going to do that next week. You don't need tuxedo, but you should smell it. I agree. I definitely don't need it, but I should smell it. I completely agree with that statement. Dior Elixir or 1 million. I have no desire or urge to get my hands on 1 million Elixir, so I'm not really sure, but I love Sauvage Elixir. See, tuxedo is great. Never tried moustache. Well, look, it's hyped for a reason. I can't compare it directly, but as a standalone, it's a wonderful fragrance. A lot of vanilla benzoin, patchouli, some black pepper. It's a very ambery smell. It's beautiful. Really is beautiful. Aqua Sensuale Blue performance compared to Dylan Blue. Kind of what and what, because I get around 8 hours of both. Honestly, Dylan Blue projects more, but Aqua Sensuale Blue is more dense. It's a little bit more powdery. It's not as aquatic. They're similar, but definitely not the same. Aqua Sensuale Blue would be a good alternative, not clone, alternative for Dylan Blue, but they're kind of in the same price realm at this point. Dylan Blue's still a little bit more, but I don't think they're similar enough to where you can't have them both. To live show, yeah, too many chairs. I missed something there. Bentley Intense. That's good stuff. I actually like the original a little bit more. I do like Prada Luna Rossa Ocean. I did a full review on it maybe 3 or 4 months ago. Yes, yes, and more yes. Absolutely. That is the best Acqua di Gio fragrance in my opinion. Even though Profondo Lights, I stated is my current favorite. If I could only keep one, I'm keeping Profumo. That's the most versatile one. To me, anyways, so good. Molly Meatball's knockout was amazing. Okay, this conversation I wasn't involved with. Fragrance you want but won't buy yourself. That's an interesting question. Because if I want it, why wouldn't I buy it? I don't know how to answer that. I do not listen to the wrestling podcasts. Oh, I take that back. I listen to Flair and Mark Madden here and there, and I do listen to Cornette. So I'm lying. That was a false statement right there. I didn't mean to lie. My apologies. I listen to Cornette when the topic's good. I don't watch the whole episode. I watch the clips back. Cornette cracks me up. He really does. And then Flair, it's just always good to hear stories from Flair. Mark Madden asks some really good questions. Flair keeps it a little controversial, but I mean, it's Ric Flair. You got to respect his opinion. So that's pretty much the only two, really. I don't really watch any others that I can think of. But it's usually late at night before bed to wind down. YouTube will feed me Jim Cornette, because like that's usually around the time that I'll watch them. So YouTube, our lives are defined by algorithms for a reason. YouTube knows at 12:30, 1 a.m. Ross probably wants to listen to Jim Cornette, Corny's drive-through. So let's see. I hate how he shits on AEW so much, though. He really does. I get where he's coming from. I get it because he's got the old school mentality of storytelling and protect the business. But some of the shit he says is hilarious, though. And he's super unfiltered. Jimmy Choo Man Ice, Legend Spirit, Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Original. Which one to buy for summer? I'm going to say Light Blue Original. Others may say Legend Spirit, but I love Light Blue Original. That's one of my favorite fragrances ever. It's a defining moment type of fragrance for me. When it first came out in the early 2000s, it really kind of started the propulsion into where I'm at today with fragrances. So I'm going to say that every time. Just ordered at the Barbers. I hope you like that, Barry. I honestly believe that's the best barbershop fragrance on the market. And that covers a lot of ground, and that's a heavy statement for me to make. I understand when I say it. But in my opinion, of course, I've got a lot of barbershop fragrances, a lot. That and blue fragrances. That's why that question was so fitting earlier. Which do I like more, blues, sweets, or barbershop? I have more barbershop and blues than anything else. And I can honestly say when I'm in the mood for a barbershop style aromatic, that's the first thing that comes to mind because it's in my opinion, my best option. Authenticity makes a great version. Until I got at the barbers, I felt that way about Authenticity perfumes because it's the shaving cream smell. This still has the shaving cream smell with some spices and some leather. It's even more, I guess I could say complex without being really complex. Like there's more character to it, if you will. And the quality is even higher. And it's not a beast. It's like 6-7 hours on my skin, but that's plenty. It smells so refined and accurate to visually and mentally put you where the story is telling you. It takes you there. It's a transportive type of fragrance to me. I have nothing but good things to say about that fragrance. It could last 2 fucking hours and I would still praise it. There's your first F-bomb of the stream for me. That's how serious I am. It could last 2 hours and I'd still praise it the same because it smells that damn good to me. So I hope you like it even a small percentage of how much I like it, Barry. Really, really, really good stuff. And I know your taste for the most part. I'm pretty confident you will enjoy it. That's what I'm talking about. I love my blue fragrances. There you go. I answered it without having saw the question. Best barbershop is at the barbers. More than Chanel Platinum Ego East, which it is similar to. But I think it's better. I do think it's better. All right, guys. We've done almost 2 hours. Ended up going 51 minutes now, longer than I originally anticipated. So I am going, look, Barry DM me. So apparently Mike wants you to try his version. I'm trying to hurry up and scroll down. I was so far behind. But I appreciate all of you that stopped in. Thank you to everybody that dropped a super chat. I greatly appreciate that. That is not required to be in my live streams. It is nice when you want to show a little support to the channel monetarily. I do greatly appreciate all of you. Make sure to like the video if you've yet to like this video before you leave. Share it if you think somebody would enjoy the conversation for the replay. And I know you're subscribed because this was for subscribers only. You had to be subscribed for at least a week to be involved in this chat. And I appreciate each and every one of you. If you want to see more of this, very distinctive, just me and you guys type of live streams, please let me know in the comments, not just the live chat. Leave a comment in the video afterwards because this is actually my favorite style of live stream. Do I like having friends of mine pop up on the screen, having a lively debate? Sure. But at the end of the day, this channel exists and has gotten to where it is because of you guys. So I like to talk to you guys more. So if you like this style, please leave a comment after the video and let me know. And I'll see you guys on tomorrow's video. If you haven't checked out my women's perfumes video from this morning, please do so. I greatly appreciate the support for the view and the watch time. Help support the channel. And until next time, guys, y'all have a good one.